If I'm cooking, what's the equivalent of people laughing at me if I speak? It would be the diners don't like my food. Or if I'm playing music, the audience doesn't appreciate my performance. Or if I'm doing medicine, the patient doesn't comply with my assignment. Then we go to a consequence. So if that's true, what consequence could we draw for those analogies? Then I need to know more about the tastes of those receiving these offerings. If they're not appreciated, I need to somehow know more about, well, what is it that they do want? And then drawing from these consequences, how could you redefine or restate some part of the belief that has different implications? It's important to know the needs and tastes of my audience. So here you see that little bit of a strategy of genius. So here you're bringing this into some sort of second position, looking at it from some other perspective. We could do the same thing, by the way, if what you're doing is bricklaying, if it's agriculture, if it's shoemaking, just taking some things that Socrates would say. And what does it mean to never get enough? In bricklaying, it means I'm constantly running out of bricks. If it's agriculture, I'm not getting enough seeds, or if it's shoemaking, I'm not getting enough leather to be able to successfully do the job. So that would be the analogy. Then you go to the consequence. So they need to know the scope of their work and plan ahead appropriately. So it's about planning. So what would that mean here if I take this other perspective? I need to be sure that I've planned ahead appropriately. So it's not about just doing and not getting something. I need to plan. That would be, so again, notice you're not trying to make the belief wrong. You're doing this sort of redefining of what else could it be that, of course, gives you some action to take that could lead to a different result or conclusion. We could do the same thing if we applied the Socratic method to, I've had this problem a long time or this symptom for a long time, it's going to be hard to change. We can go, all right, let's take some of Socrates' analogies. What does it mean to have the problem that's difficult to change? A stalled military campaign, being lost at sea, working with inexperienced or anxious horses. So that might be the analogy to if I'm having this so long and it's hard to change. These would be, again, you're chunking down to some specific analogy. So what would be the consequence of that? What would that mean? That the successful resolution requires patience, creativity, and courage. The military person needs patience or creativity. To being lost at sea, you need courage, you need creativity. The horse trainer needs some kind of creativity, patience. So now you're saying, so what I will need is, because of that, then I'm going to need patience, creativity, and courage. Now, again, remember, we're not trying to disprove the belief. We're simply saying we're wanting to get out of a crash state, getting into some place where you have some other options.